Hello everyone, I'm Srishti Biani. I'm from Delhi and I will be singing Bhur Bhai from Delhi 6. Delhi 6. भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया नैन निसाय भई सगरी रैन कहाँ जागे भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया नैन निसाय सागरी रैन कहाँ जागे भोर में तोरी बात तकत पिया बात तकत पिया सौतन के बाग जागे भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया हम सर मुख की बादिया हम सर मुख की बादिया करता सब रंग तोरी बस सौतन के भाग जागे भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया भोर भई तोरी बात भोर भई तोरी बात भोर भई तोरी बात तकत पिया
Tell us about this experience. Yeah.
Very well sung. It's a very difficult song to sing. I don't sing it on stage ever. I just like. But seriously wonderful, and it is actually a bandish, very well-known bandish by Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. And this was a chance thing that when Rahman sir. Actually, this was supposed to be in the film Delhi 6. So Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra ji, just Rahman sir sent a CD to Bombay through him to be sent to me, which had this raga and this bandish. And I got it, and the very next day I was to take a flight to Chennai to sing this. Of course, I got this CD, and I thought maybe he has just sent it to me for the vibe or the raga, that just this will be something we'll be doing on these lines. So I never really took it seriously. And bhari pad gaya. So I went to Chennai, and I'm waiting for Rahman sir as usual. It starts late in the night. By the time I'm like literally at 12 or so, he comes to the studio. So, you ready? Yeah, ready? Ready for what? Like that bandish? Okay. It's like that. That bandish, I really did also. I'm like looking, do I have a CD player right now to just actually learn it now? Because I really did not know the bandish. And we will never touch a bandish of Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. It's very tough to sing in his speed, in his perfection of that kind of a speed he's singing, and every gamak is like, we are not singing, we are singing it in timing. भोर भई तोरी बाट तकत सा का पे, ये देखो ये होता है. ये सा है ना. अभी हम लोग ये गाएंगे, अगर हम नॉर्मल सिंगर्स होंगे. भोर भई तोरी बाट, बट ही सिंग भोर भई तोरी बाट, and he's playing with the timing of it, and I'm like, how do I replicate this? It's impossible. But thankfully, the beauty of this whole thing was in this film, it's Sonam Kapoor learning the song to audition for Indian Idol. So it made my life easier. So yeah, so it was literally like I'm learning, listening to his work. But the best part is that little time we had on the mic. Another thing with bandishes and classical music is the words are not so clear, so we don't know what the words are of bandish. And till date, Pandit Ajay Chakrabarti ji tells me that তুই আমাকে একটার সময় ফোন করেছিলিস, like you called me at 1 in the night, because I had nowhere else to go. I called him at 1 in the night and he woke up just to say, Kaku, tell me, I call him Kaku, that he's the guru, he's one of the finest Indian classical singer in the country right now, and he's very open and he's very easy to approach, and he loves talking to me. And so I took the liberty of telling me, can you tell me the words of this bandish? I'm stuck. So yeah, this was the story, and it is brilliant that you took this song and you sing it, and sang it so beautifully. And I still am learning this raga. It's tough to. Gujari Todi is a beautiful rag, and this bandish especially is a iconic one. Wonderful.
Thank you, Shreyaji. Thank you, Annette. Thank you.
Would anyone like to ask a question? And you can choose.
Yeah, what's the process of creating a song from scratch in a movie? Because in Bollywood, there are a lot of different variables, like the singers, the composers, arrangers. So how do you go about the whole process? And what...
are you talking about the way it's done in films back there, or about how to compose first? What is the question? Be clear.
Like, how does the song start from inception to the film?
Oh, okay.
Because there are so many different layers, right? The arranger, lyricist, and everything.
Yeah, so from what I understand that I have seen is usually, most of the times, it's the composer who kind of makes a scratch tune and has a composition in his mind. This is my mukra, this is, nowadays a lot of composers have started producing their songs fully themselves. They're also, new age composers are, completing the arrangement of the whole thing themselves. And some of them are just about, they make the tune, the main melody, and hire a lyricist to write the words for that. And then I think there's some time which takes to just formalize the ideal, song, and then the struggle begins, because you have to pitch it to the producer or the director. He has to like it, because after all, it's for a film. So therefore, definitely a lot of input comes from the director's point of view. And there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of version of the song that happens, a lot of changes, a lot of different mukras get made, different verses get made, written over and over again. And then the arranger kind of fully arranges the song, and then the baby is ready for the singers. But this is the typical way. It's not necessary that it happens just like that. It is also sometimes that an ideation happens right at the studio with the singer in a very basic key, and just like a piano and a little bit of something. And also taking ideas from what the singer, it all depends on what kind of a song it is, and what is the nature of the song and how it's going to be. So over what the singer's inputs are and improvisations are, then things also shape up later and the arrangements come in play. So yeah, but this is a rare approach. The typical one, I just said how it is. And yet, I would say this is typically in a film music scenario where it's traditional, but nowadays it's not really like that, to be very honest. Songs are ready, and if you really like the music label really likes the song, then he will just put it in the film, whether it's appropriate or not. I mean, it happens many ways nowadays.
Hi Shreya ji, my name is Shanjit. I'm from Kolkata.
Namaskar.
So my daughter, she's really big fan of yours.
My God, she's so
she
young.
skipped her school today to see you. So and I had to skip my work. So she's singing from the age of 3, and I guess she has a very desperate question for you.
So sweet. How old is she now? How old are you?
I am 8 years old.
What's your name?
Shreya.
Oh my God. I'm speechless already. Tell me.
Every day when you woke up in the morning, did you have to do riwaz?
Riwaj is in Bengali we say Riyaj. Riyaz is practice. Just so that I look inspiring to you, I would say yes. 3 hours of Riyaz. But when I was in your age, when I was 8, yes, 6:30 in the morning, my mom, dad would both make sure before I leave for school, I have to do my riyaz. And whether it's boring, I used to almost sleep doing that. And I used to have the tanpura, which is like that, not the electronic one. So the moment my room was upstairs, and if the sound stops, I would get what happened? Why it stopped? So I used to find it very boring, honestly, Shreya. Our story is same, but it's all worth it. And today I really feel it's that has come at help. And even if I don't do 3 hours of riyaz today, I may be doing warm-ups, not very long ones, but at your age, in your formative years, it is very important to do practice.
Thank you.
You're the sweetest. Oh my God, you just made my day. I love you.
My name is Swati, and we've been to many of your concerts, Shreya ji. This was like spectacular. What this sort of your openness, your intelligence into music, the way you read it, the way you see it, was sort of very cultivating for, I'm sure, all of us. And I thank you very much for Berkeley and for you for doing this. I'm glad this is sometimes, I think, more enlightening than sometimes just being at your concert. With that, I want to just ask you 2 questions. How early, the child asked, how early did you start and how many hours? And the Mere Dol Na Sun song, did you sort of really make that song in ways? I know you answered the gentleman's question that you evolved, like singers actually evolve the song with the music director, but given that this was not Pritam's style of music, was it you who had a major role in sort of evolving that song? And my second question is, when 1 o'clock in the night, A.R. Rahman asked you to sing that Bandish and you weren't ready, how did he actually reprimand you, if at all?
Did you get scolded?
No, he is a very soft-spoken person. I think he speaks only 1 word a day. So, so even if he has something in his heart, he will probably not say it. But he's genuinely a great artist and collaborator, and I think the fact that he lets the singer, kind of bloom on the mic is what I have experienced every time that I've sung for him. And he has never kept a song very he does have a structure, but he also at any point, if he sees that the singer is adding something of her own or his own, he will at some point just leave the song and just start playing, and it's recording. So a lot of songs have evolved like that. And so sometimes not being prepared is also helpful. So it kind of takes off in a different direction. And as talking about Mere Dholna, there were many collaborators on that song. So of course Pritam it was his production, his song, his idea. He was the one who is making sure everything is flowing the right direction. But there were, as I said, Mishra ji he's no more, but he was a teacher to many of our singers in our industry, and he was a very, very sound classical expert, I would say. So he had his inputs of classical nuances, and then of course while singing he would, if I'm doing something, he said, okay, ये भी डालते हैं इसको, या इसको ऐसे करते हैं. So there is a lot of question answer and things just formed like that. And such songs really need these kind of collaborations from every musician. It's pretty much like a live jam, which then finally gets formalized and set for a film, but it was like a jam.
So unfortunately, we're out of time. It's been a beautiful experience. We're so grateful that you could make it to experience Shreya ji in her, just her humility and her honesty. I think this is the one thing that struck everyone in the Berkeley Indian Ensemble is you are such a mega star and you have zero diva-ness, and it's amazing. You've inspired us so much. We've been so blessed to have Shreya ji here, as well as her father and her brother, who've been so supportive and nurturing to all of us. We couldn't have asked for a better 5th anniversary residency, and
congratulations,
thank you.
Berkeley.
And we hope that most of you got tickets. We sold out, no surprise. Maybe a week or 2 weeks after tickets went on sale. The show is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. in the BPC right here. We are live streaming, so you could catch it online. And once again, Shreya ji, just so grateful for you being the person and the artist and the soul and spirit that you are. Thank you for being with us.
And thank you, Anuj, and everyone. Thank you so much for this beautiful time.